In this video, what I'm going to do is show you how to convert a point from polar to rectangular form or rectangular coordinates. Okay, so really the idea here is we're looking at going from r comma theta, a radius or distance, okay, and an angle, to x comma y. And what you're going to use is the relationship. We're going to think about the relationship, if you've seen previous videos, is remember x being r times cosine of theta and y being r times sine of theta. Okay, so we're going to take this idea, convert from polar to rectangular, and using these two expressions, x equals r cosine theta, y equals r sine of theta. So let's go ahead and look at our two examples. Okay, so find the rectangular coordinates of the points with the following polar coordinates. Part A, 2 comma 3 pi over 2, and part B, negative 8 comma pi over 3. So let's go ahead and focus in on part A. So what we want to do is we know that in this case, if you wanted a label, we know that r is going to be equal to 2 and theta is going to be equal to 3 pi over 2. Okay, and what we know is that we're going to use x is going to equal r times cosine of theta, and y is going to equal r times sine of theta. So this is just a substitution. So let's go with x first, okay? X is going to equal 2 times cosine of 3 pi over 2, okay? And that's going to be equal to 2 times, well, the cosine of 3 pi over 2 is 0, so x is going to equal 0 in this case. The y value now is going to equal 2 times sine of theta. Theta is, again, 3 pi over 2. So again, by substitution for r and theta, we're going to get 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. So the ordered pair that represents r theta, okay, is going to be the ordered pair 0, negative 2. Okay, so that's for part A. Now, in part B, go ahead and draw a line here. In part B now, we're going to look at negative 8 and pi over 3. So what we're going to do is rewrite those equations. So you have x equals r cosine of theta and y equals r sine of theta. I'll do it this way this time, across from one another. So we know that r is negative 8 and theta is pi over 3. So by substitution, x equals negative 8 times the cosine of pi over 3. Y is going to equal negative 8 times the sine of pi over 3, or 60 degrees. So you're going to have negative 8 times 1/2, that's the cosine of pi over 3, and that's going to equal negative 4. My y value here is going to equal negative 8 times sine of pi over 3, which is root 3 over 2, which simplifies to being negative 4 root 3. So the ordered pair there that represents this polar coordinate is negative 4 comma negative 4 root 3. Okay, so those are two examples of how to convert a point from polar to rectangular form. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. We'll see you next time.